Well, the US President Barack Obama has denounced a plan by an American Christian minister to burn copies of the Koran on the anniversary of September 11, calling it destructive and saying it will be a recruitment bonanza for al-Qaeda. President Obama's criticism joins a chorus of condemnation from around the world, but the Florida-based pastor says he won't back down. And in Afghanistan, American military leaders fear the book burning could create a violent backlash. John Stewart reports.
The little Florida church may only have 50 members, but Pastor Terry Jones now has an international audience.
This book, Mohammed, Sharia law, this book is not a book of peace. This book is responsible for 9/11.
Pastor Jones' plan to burn copies of the Koran on the anniversary of 9/11 has placed him at the centre of a global storm. He's been under pressure to cancel the book burning, but today Pastor Jones said it was full steam ahead.
So as of right now, we are not convinced that backing down is the right thing. So on September the 11th, we shall continue with our planned event.
Pastor Jones says his church is standing up to terrorism and wants to draw attention to the evil nature of the Koran. But tonight, the US President condemned the plan to burn the Koran and warned that it could help terrorists.
This is a recruitment bonanza for al-Qaeda. You could have serious violence in places like Pakistan or Afghanistan. This could increase the recruitment of individuals who'd be willing to blow themselves up in American cities or European cities.
We're a country of, 310 million plus right now, and I mean, it's regrettable that a pastor in Gainesville, Florida, with a church of no more than 50 people, can make this outrageous and distressful, disgraceful plan and get, the world's attention. But that's the world we live in right now.
In Rome, the Vatican released a statement about 9/11 and the Florida church, saying, "These deplorable acts of violence in fact cannot be counteracted by an outrageous and grave gesture against a book considered sacred by a religious community." The former US vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin said on her Facebook site, the plan to burn the Koran was insensitive and an unnecessary provocation. Even Hollywood stars are speaking out against the Florida church.
I have hardly the words to that somebody would do that to somebody's religious book.
Much of the debate about Pastor Jones has centred on freedom of speech. Today the pastor complained that his internet service provider had cancelled his website.
That cancels our Islam is of the devil account. Naturally, of course, you can imagine we feel that is an indirect, of course, violation of our freedom of expression, freedom of speech.
Earlier this week, the top US commander in Afghanistan, General David Petraeus, warned that troops' lives could be placed in danger if the church went ahead with its bonfire. In Afghanistan and Indonesia, news of the plan to burn the Koran has led to protests and threats to retaliate against Americans.
If this happens, I think the first and most important reaction afterwards will be that wherever Americans are seen, they will be killed. No matter where they will be in the world, they will be killed.
The threat to burn the Koran comes after a heated debate over a proposal to build a mosque and Islamic cultural centre near the site of the 9/11 attacks in New York. Today, a Washington Post ABC News poll found that 2/3 of Americans polled were against the Islamic Centre being built there. Sentiments shared by Pastor Jones, who plans to create his own memorial in 2 days' time. John Stewart, Late Line.